Welcome. In this playthrough of Marvel Champions card game, we have the Hulk and Captain America taking on ULTRON with some help from the KREE FANATIC. So for our quick setup, for content, we're using ULTRON 1 and 2. For the encounter sets, we're using the ULTRON and Standard, and the modular, instead of Under Attack, we're using the Fantasy Flight Print and Play KREE FANATIC. And we've got the ULTRON Drones environment in play. On the other side here, we have a threshold of 3 per player, and when revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play face down, engaged with them as a drone minion. And of course, the drone minions, they are going to have a scheme of 1, attack of 1, and hit points of 1. And after we defeat them, they'll be placed back in the owner's discard pile. So we'll go ahead and give our encounter stack a final shuffle. And then we'll shuffle our hero cards. So for Bruce, got a recovery 4 and experimental research as an action draw card. Choose and discard 1 card from your hand, limit once per round, hand size of 5, and 18 hit points. So there's his minion, and Steve Rogers, recovery 3. He's a living legend, so reduce the cost of the first ally played each round by 1. And then for setup, he is going to search his deck and discard pile for his shield and add it to our hand and shuffle his deck. And we've got a hand size of 6 with 11 hit points there. So that's your basic setup. So 5 cards for Bruce. So we've got She-Hulk, Get Over Here, a Relentless Assault, Crushing Blow, and a Drop Kick. Nothing real exciting there. We'll keep the Get Over Here, discard and draw 4 more. All right, well, Hulk Smash, a counter attack, drop kick, and another Relentless Assault. And for Steve Rogers, we get 6 cards. So Heroic Intuition, Interrogation Room, Agent Coulson, Agent 13, Shield Block, and Fearless Determination. Really would like to get... I'll keep Agent Coulson, even though I don't think I have any preparation cards. And we will discard those 5, getting Energy, Mockingbird, a Heroic Strike, Endurance, and a Beat Cop. Then we can go searching for our shield and hope it's not sitting right there, and it's not. So we've got that, so that gives us +1 defense, and we gain Retaliate 1. Give our deck a final shuffle, and then we are ready to get going here. So for Bruce, we're going to draw a card and discard a card, finding a Haymaker. That's really not going to change anything for us, so we'll discard that. Flip on over to the Hulk. Tell the one drone in front of us to get over here. So as a hero action, deal 1 damage to a minion. If we have the aerial trait, engage that enemy. So we've taken out the Haymaker. Just real quick looking at Hulk. He's got a thwart of 0, attack of 3, defense of 3, enraged with a forced interrupt. When your turn ends, discard your hand and a hand size of 4. We are going to declare an attack on ULTRON, then jump in with Hulk Smash using these 3 resources. It's a hero interrupt. When you make a basic attack, you get +10 attack for that attack. If you paid for this card using only physical resources, which we didn't, it would gain overkill. So we're swinging for 13, which takes ULTRON down to 21. Not too bad. So we're going to use our Living Legend ability and bring in Agent Coulson. And I think I do have 1 preparation card in my deck, so I'll find out here shortly. I will go over deck construction at the end of the video, so we bring him in for 2. So response after he enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a preparation card, add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. I think I might have a counter intelligence in here. Yep, there we go. Preparation card, put that in our hand and shuffle. So it's nice to get an ally out early. That can help us with thwarting or defending. Then we'll go ahead and flip over. We will use counterintelligence to put in our shield, giving us a +1 defense and retaliate. Of course, Captain America has 2 for thwart, attack, and defense, And he can do this all day as an action. Discard a card from your hand to ready him in a hand size of 5 on that side. But this early in the game, I'm going to throw in a Beat Cop. So this is one of the new cards from the Hulk set. For 3, it's a support. It's an action. Exhaust Beat Cop, move 1 threat from a scheme to here. Then as a different action, exhaust and discard Beat Cop, deal 1 damage to a minion for each threat here. And we'll go ahead and have Coulson take out Nick Fury. Pretty good fight there. Then Cap will swing for 2, taking Ultron down to 19. We will end our turn. Hulk gets 4 cards. It's got another Hulk Smash with Energy, a Helicarrier, and Thunderclap. So unfortunately, we still don't have all physical resources, but still 13 damage possible. Cap will draw 5. So we've got Daredevil, Helicarrier, a Shield Toss, a Shield Block, and Followed. So Ultron gets 2 threat out here. Quick look at him. He's got a Scheme of 1, Attack of 2 with a Forced Response. After Ultron attacks you, choose to either place 1 threat on the main scheme or put the top card of your deck into play face down, engaged with you as a drone minion. He started with 17 health per player, so 34, but he's already down to 19. So he's going to attack Hulk. Base 2, 2 damage coming in. Down to 16. Then he'll just choose to throw a threat up here. Then attack on Cap. Base 2, 3, 4. And it's nice to see this go that direction. So down to 7. And we retaliate for 1. Then encounter cards. Face of AI. When revealed, each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. This will get us an extra encounter card during the villain phase, and that comes in with 6 threat. So we are losing a Dropkick, Enhanced Physique, and Unstoppable Force on this side. And then Avengers Mansion, that would have been nice to get out early. Genius and Quake over here. And then some Inner Demons. All right. So you give to the Bruce Banner player. Change your form. If you are Bruce Banner, discard 2 cards from your hand, and then discard this obligation. Well, discarding 2 cards from our hand really wrecks our turn. So we'll get rid of the Helicarrier and Thunderclap, keeping Energy and Hulk Smash. Of course, at the end of the villain phase, Captain America would have been first player. Cap is going to request an action from Bruce. So go ahead and let him draw a card and choose 1 to discard. Well, that makes things even worse. That's probably his best. I don't want to pitch either one of these. But I think we'll get rid of the Hulk Smash. It's a tough choice. But retaliate 1 against Ultron's drones. I feel like I'm going to need that. So we're going to use the Beat Cop. Exhaust him to move 1 threat from a scheme to here. Bruce is really going to need her help, so we're going to bring in a Helicarrier for 3. Max 1 per player is an action. Exhaust, choose a player, reduce the cost of the next card that player plays as phase by 1. Cap will thwart for 2. Coulson will thwart for 2. We'll discard our shield block to ready Cap and have him thwart again. Get rid of the AI. Hulk will flip over. We'll make the next card he plays 1 cheaper. So we're going to bring in a movable object. Gives us +4 hit points, and we gain retaliate 1. So up to 20. And swing for 3. It's down to 15. That will end her turn. Well, Coulson does have another damage on him. So we're drawing 5. Heroic Strike for Justice. Our helmet, surveillance team, and a super soldier serum. And for Hulk, Relentless Assault, Downtime, Hall of Heroes, and Valkyrie. 2 threat on the scheme takes us up to 5 out of 6. And I think I'll defend this time. So base 2, 3 damage coming in. We've got a defense of 3, retaliate for 1. Then we're going to get a drone come in, hit us for 1, and retaliate to take care of him. There goes our apartment. Then attacking on Hulk. Base 2, 4 damage coming in. Down to 16. Hitting back for 1. Bring out a drone. Hits us for 1 and retaliate. There goes Banner's laboratory. So they're wrecking her homes. And counter cards. Rage of Ultron. Ultron attacks you. Discard the top card of your deck for each damage dealt by this attack. Well, this is where Agent Coulson jumps in. 2, 3, 4 damage. But he's only dealing 1. Discard the top card for each damage dealt, so we lose for justice. Then we'll bring out a drone. And then for the Hulk, he gets a drone. An advanced one. Scheme of 1, attack of 1, 4 health. He's got guard. Has a forced interrupt. When he is defeated, the engaged player puts the top card of their deck into play face down, engage with him as a drone minion. And Hulk goes first. So to me, allies are very important with the Hulk and just basic gameplay. So we're going to bring in Valkyrie using these 3 resources, one of those being energy. So after she enters play, deal 3 damage to a minion if we're using an energy resource. Then she will attack for 2. Get rid of that drone, which brings out another drone. Hulk will swing for 3, taking Ultron down to 10. Beat Cop is going to borrow some threat. Going to make the next card we play one cheaper to bring in our Super Soldier Serum with their helmet. Then play for Justice using this as a resource, which is mental. Serum as the other one, so remove 4 threat from a scheme. Then we will discard a card to ready cap and swing in to get our under surveillance back. Then I think I'm going to flip over. Ending our turn. So 4 cards for the Hulk. So we've got our Martial Prowess, Crushing Blow, Power of Aggression, and a Thunderclap. And 6 cards over here. Jessica Jones, Fearless Determination, Surveillance Team, followed Power of Justice, and For Justice. So we start with 2 threat. Ultron attacks. It's a base 2. 3 damage coming in. So down to 12. Retaliate for 1, down to 9. Then this little guy swings for 1, and we retaliate to get over here. Then Ultron schemes, base 1, 2. So go up to 4. Deal out some encounter cards. And we've got the accused. So a condition attached to your identity. It's a forced interrupt. When an enemy initiates an attack against the attached identity, that enemy gets +1 attack for that attack. Forced response, after Ronan the accuser is defeated, discard this card. And then for Steve, this card gains Surge, which goes into upgraded drones. Attached to the drones, they are going to get +1 attack, +1 hit point. It's a hero action. We can spend 1 of each resource to discard that card. And Steve becomes first player. We're going to put the Beat Cops to use to take 1, so they're up to 3. First ally we play comes in 1 cheaper, so we're bringing in Jessica Jones for 2 with the Power of Justice. +1 thwart for each side scheme in play. And I'll go ahead and move these up here. we will recover for 3, so up to 9, then flip over, give ourselves +1 thwart, and draw a card. Found our Super Soldier Serum. We'll make the next card we play 1 cheaper. To bring this into play, using this one to pay for it. Then we'll bring out the Surveillance Team with this and our other serum. So it gets 3 counters on it. We can exhaust this and remove a counter from it to remove a threat from a scheme. Then we'll discard a card to ready Cap. He has a thwart of 3 to take care of this. Then we'll have Jessica swing for 2, take an ULTRON down to 7. Then for the Hulk, we're going to put in Martial Prowess with the power of aggression. Play under any player's control, max 1 per player as a resource. Exhaust this, generate a physical resource for an attack event. Then we're going to play a Crushing Blow, which is an attack event. Using that to pay for it. We can only spend physical resources to pay for this, which is what that generates. It's a hero action, deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack. Our attack is 3, so we're taking him down to 4. Then we're going to flip Hulk over and let him recover. So he'll go up to 15. We'll use his ability to draw a card and discard a card. Yep, not too concerned about that one. And then have Valkyrie swing for 2, take an ULTRON down to 2. So ending her turn, we'll get 5 cards over here. So we've got Strength, followed, Quinn Carrier, Power of Justice, and Downtime. And I'll go ahead and keep Thunderclap and draw 4 more. All right, tons of resources. So we got Limitless Strength, Combat Training, Genius, and Strength. And I'll turn these to the side so I don't think that that's drones. We get 2 threat. ULTRON will attack over here. We are going to defend. So 2 damage coming in, which we block. We retaliate for 1. Then we'll bring in a drone who will swing and hit us for 2. And we retaliate for 1. So now they are +1 attack and +1 hit point. Then for Bruce, he's getting schemed against for base 1, 4. If this activation defeats a character, deal the first player face down a counter card. Well, it's not defeating a character, but it will be finishing this scheme here. So that takes that up to 6. So Assault on NORAD. Each player puts the top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. Then on this side, we've got a threshold of 20. After placing threat here during step 1 of the villain phase, each player must choose to either place 2 threat here or put the top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. And that made us deck ourselves over here, so we will need to shuffle. So we've got ULTRON, the first one, down to 1 hit point. We've got upgraded drones, and we're on our second scheme. Meanwhile, the Hulk's at 15 health, and Cap is at 7. And this guy just came out, so he's going to scheme for 1. When he decked himself, he got an encounter card. Now he's going to get another, and Bruce gets 1. So the first one on Cap, he gets an advanced ULTRON drone with the guard ability. And then he's caught off guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains Surge. Man, I've got 5, 6 to choose from, and I don't want to lose any of them. But I think it's going to have to be the Surveillance Team. So they got knocked out before they even got used. Then over here, we've got the Rage of Ultron and Alter Ego form. He schemes. Discard the top card of your deck for each threat placed this way. So scheming for base 1. So this boost ability, put this into play. Force response after a friendly character is defeated by an enemy attack. Place 2 threat on the main scheme. Comes out with 6. So he's just scheming for 1. So we're just discarding 1 card here, losing Mockingbird. And Bruce becomes first player. We're going to use his ability to draw a card and discard a card, getting Suborbital Leap. We'll go ahead and discard that. We are going to recover for 4, going up to 19. Then flip over. We'll go ahead and put in combat training, giving us +1 attack with strength. Then we'll use Thunderclap. Spin this only in hero form for 3 resources. As a hero action, choose up to 3 different enemies, deal 3 damage to each of them. So 1, 2, and 3. Valkyrie will swing for 2 on this guy who has 5 health. That will take him out, but it does bring out a face-down drone. So for Cap, as a hero action, he's going to spend 1 of each resource. So we're going to use 1 serum for physical or mental and use that for energy to get rid of the upgrade, which will immediately take this guy out. Then our Beat Cop will take 1. Make the next card we play 1 cheaper. We'll bring in Downtime, put that on Cap to give him +2 recovery. Then we'll use our serum to put Followed out on Judge, Jury, and Executioner. Add attached to a side scheme, max 1 per scheme. When attached scheme is defeated, deal 4 damage to an enemy. Then she will thwart for 2. And we'll discard Strength to ready Cap and have him thwart for 2. And that will end her turn. So Hulk discards Genius, draws 4 cards. So we've got a Haymaker, Enhanced Physique, Power of Aggression, and Limitless Strength. And for Cap, Shield Toss, Shield Block, Mockingbird for Justice, and the Power of Justice. So we're going to get 3 threat over here, so that takes it up to 5. Then we have to choose to either put 2 threat here or get a minion out with us. Since Hulk has been accused, he'll put 2 out here, and Cap will choose for the minion. So attack on Hulk. He's going to be a base 2, 3. We're just going to take it. 6 damage coming in, so just like that, down to 13. And we retaliate for 1, which will take Ultron out, or at least the first version. So the next one has a scheme of 2, attack of 2. When Ultron attacks you, put the top card of your deck into play face down, engage with you as a drone minion. Till the end of this attack, Ultron gets +1 attack for each drone minion engaged with you. Now it'll come in with 44 health. So we've got that set up. But the downside is, now he's attacking Cap. He's going to be base 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll let that come in. So just 5 damage coming in. And I say that like that's not much because we're only at 7. So we will shield block. When you would take any amount of damage, exhaust our shield. Prevent all of that damage. and retaliate for 1. Down to 43. Then each of these guys are going to hit us for 1 each, taking us down to 4, but we retaliate for each of those, getting some endurance, counterintelligence, and our helmet back. Then counter cards, first one being You Dare Oppose Me. When revealed, discard the top 5 cards of the encounter deck. Each time a card belonging to the KREE FANATIC set is discarded this way, deal that card to yourself as a face-down encounter. That's probably not going to go well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so there's 1 and 2. So the first one, Bring the Hammer Down. Ronan the Accuser activates. He's not in play, so this card gains Surge. And Surge brings out a Drone Factory. Each player puts a top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. Place 1 threat here for each drone minion in play, and it starts with a base 4. So drone minion here and 1 here, so it's just getting 2 additional, up to 6. And then we're doing the same thing again, discarding the top 5 cards. Joke's on us, there's only 4, but one of them is Nastiness. So going through the deck, that triggers an acceleration token. Ronan the Accuser, scheme of 3, attack of 3. He's going to have 18 health. Comes in with toughness. He cannot be stunned. Force interrupt. When the villain phase begins, he engages the hero with the fewest remaining hit points. And we will shuffle here. So we flipped ULTRON over, and then Ronan decided to join the game. So ULTRON's at 43, Ronan at 18. We're on their second scheme there, and we have 2 others in play. So for Cap, Android Efficiency. Each player puts a top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. Then Cap becomes first player. So let's see what we can figure out here. Well, the Beat Cop is going to do their thing. So up to 5. Maybe we can get the Beat Cop up to 18 to deal with Ronan. So that takes out Judge, Jury, and Executioner, which triggers 4 damage to an enemy, which we will be putting on ULTRON, taking him down to 39. Actually, I'm going to take that back just 1 step here. Before all that happens, we're going to have Jessica Jones thwart. She gets +1 thwart for each side scheme to play. So she'll be thwarting for 3. Then we'll take this out. That's the better way to play that. So now everything's back on track. We will have Cap thwart for 2. Discard a card to ready. Use for Justice with the power so we can remove 4 threat from a scheme. Take this from 7 to 3. Then we are going to flip over and recover for 5 since we have downtime, so up to 9. Next card, or next ally we play is 1 less, so we're going to bring in Mockingbird for 2, using our Super Soldier Serum for that. She comes into play, we stun an enemy, which will be ULTRON, and then she will thwart for 1. So this next turn is really going to hurt for Hulk. But I think I can take care of these drones with this retaliate, and he's just going to take a lot of damage. So first we're going to play Haymaker, which is an attack event. So we can pay 1 with that to deal 3 damage to an enemy, which is going to be taking Ultron down to 36. Then we can put Enhanced Physique into play, which gets 3 counters. We can exhaust that, remove a counter to generate a physical resource. Then we'll have him swing for 3 more on Ultron, taking him down to 33. And we'll keep Valkyrie back to defend if needed. That's going to end her turn. So we get 6 cards over here. We've got Energy, Steve's Apartment, Followed, Heroic Intuition, For Justice, and Fearless Determination. And Hulk is going to draw 2 cards and get an encounter card. And we'll shuffle to get 2 more. So once again, Ultron at 33, stunned. Ronan, tough at 18 health. Hulk has also been accused. It's at 13 health, and Cap over here at 9. And both of them have 2 drones on them. So 2 more cards. We've got Mockingbird, Genius, Get Over Here, and Boundless Rage. We get 3 threat for that. And I think both of us are going to add 2 threat each, so we'll go from 6 to 10. So scheming on Steve here. A base 2, 3, 4, then 5 and 6. So we're up to 16 there. Then Ultron goes to attack, but his attack is canceled since he's stunned. I think I can survive. All right, Ronan's going to be attacking for 4, taking us down to 9. Retaliate for 1. He's no longer tough. Then each of these guys are swinging for 2, so we got 4 more coming down to 5. We retaliate for 1 on each of them, getting back Unstoppable Force and Brawn. Deal out some encounter cards. First one is a Gang Up, an Alter Ego form, Surge. Then a repair sequence. Ultron heals 2 damage for each drone minion engaged with you. We've got 2, so he's healing 4. So up to 37. On him healing. Then on Hulk, advance Ultron drone. And Ultron's imperative. The first player puts the top 2 cards of their deck into play face down, engaged with them as drone minions. That's not good for Steve. And that gets 4 threat on it. All right. So Hulk is going to swing for 4 to take care of this drone, which brings out a small friend, to which he will say, get over here, to get rid of that. Then Hulk is going to flip over, use her ability to draw a card and discard. So we've got a Thunderclap. And we'll end our turn, keeping her for defense later. Steve will flip over. Actually, no, not yet. We'll bring in his apartment using the Helicarrier to make it 1 cheaper. Then exhaust this to draw a card and heal him 1 damage. So drawing into Genius. And we go up to 10. Now we will flip over. Playing Fearless Determination to get +1 thwart and draw a card. Drawing into Nick Fury. We will put Followed out here on Ultron's Imperative using the Serum. Then we'll use For Justice, using Mental Resources to remove 4 threat from a scheme, which will trigger this, doing 4 damage to an enemy. Taking him down to 33. Beat Cop, That shouldn't be damage. That should be threat. We'll take one off of this. We will bring in Nick Fury for 3 here, and our Super Soldier Serum. After he enters play, we're going to deal 4 damage to an enemy. Ultron down to 29. Mockingbird will take out one of these minions. Jessica Jones will take out one of the minions. And Nick will take out one of the minions. So we might as well have Cap take out the other one. That will end her turn. I'm wanting big things from Bruce, so we're going to keep Genius, discarding 3 cards, drawing 4. All right, She-Hulk, Limitless Strength, Enhanced Physique, and Unstoppable Force. And for Cap, we're going to get 5 cards. Fearless Determination, Surveillance Team, Quake, Heroic Strike, and a Shield Block. So start of the turn, Ronan goes over to the hero with the fewest remaining hit points. So he's an alter ego, so that's going to be Cap. Then we get 2 threat out here, taking it to 17. So Bruce will make it go to 19, and we'll take 1 for Cap. Then Ultron's going to scheme for 2. Plus, choose to either spend a energy resource or put the top card of your deck into play face down, engage with you as a drone minion. What are energy resources? But 2 is going to be enough to trigger this. So Countdown to Oblivion. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. And then we've got a threshold of 10. Threat cannot be removed from the scheme. And if that goes through, we lose the game. So each of these are still scheming for 1. Over here, Ultron attacks, which means we get another drone out. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus something else. Seven damage coming in. We will shield block. Retaliate for 1, taking him down to 28. Ronan swings for 3. Nick will jump in the way of that one. Then each of these swing for 1 each. So we'll go down to 7. But we retaliate on each of those, finding Agent Coulson and Agent 13. Can't trust these agents. And an interrogation room. All right. Over here, this card gains Surge. Android Efficiency. Each player puts a top card of their deck into play face down as a drone. Drones are a pain. And then for Cap. Oh, he's a man out of time. That's convenient. We may flip to his alter ego form. Or discard half of our cards in hand rounded down. All right. So we're flipping over and exhausting. And becoming first player. So we will draw a card and heal a damage, which goes through our deck again. Another Heroic Strike. That gets us an encounter card, and we go back to shuffling. So Ultron in our last version we need to deal with at 28 health. And Ronan is only at 18 health. So the first ally we play is going to be 1 cheaper. So she'll come in for 1, and we'll use a serum for that. Then we will flip over Fearless Determination, +1 thwart and draw a card. Finding a Quinn carrier. All right. So we have 2 resources to play with there. We are going to do a heroic strike using the serum for the 3rd. We've got physical resources in for this. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this card using a physical resource, stun that enemy. So Ultron down to 22. And stunned. Discard a card for the Quinn carrier to ready and swing for 2. I think we're going to deal with some more minions here. Quake will also swing to take care of a minion. And Mockingbird will sacrifice to take care of another one. So Bruce is going to draw a card and discard a card, getting Relentless Assault. We'll discard Enhanced Physique for that one. Then we're going to recover for 4, going up to 9. Flip over. Play Unstoppable Force. It's a hero action ready Hulk. If we paid for this using only physical resources, we draw a card, but we didn't. So we can ready Hulk at least. Then we'll play the Helicarrier over here as an action to reduce the cost of the next card the Hulk plays. So he will bring in She-Hulk. And she's going to take care of a minion. So she's got a thwart of 2, but she'll take 2 damage from thwarting. Attack of 1, but she gets +1 attack for each damage token here. Actually, no, I'm not doing that. Take back. Forgot, I've got Relentless Assault. So as a hero action, deal 5 damage to minion. If you paid for this card using a physical resource, this attack gains overkill. So we will do that using these 2 for physical resources. This soaks up 1. 4 breaks through, down to 18. And she will swing for 1 on Ultron, down to 17. Then Hulk swings for 4, down to 13. And now I think I just need to survive 1 more round. All right. We're going to ready. So we're drawing 5 cards over here. So Surveillance Team, Heroic Strike is nice. Followed, Counter Intelligence, and For Justice. And then Hulk, we're getting 4 cards. Suborbital Leap, Crushing Blow, Thunderclap, and a Counterattack. So we start with 3 threat. Well, he goes to the hero with the fewest remaining hit points, which is still Captain. We've got the threat. Ultron goes to attack over here, loses stunned. Ronan goes to attack for 4. I'm sorry, he's just attacking for 3 over here. We are going to take it. So down to 4. Retaliate for 1. So we put damage on Ronan. Then Ultron attacks on Hulk. Quake is going to... Well, Hulk should be able to take this. All right. So 3... Just 3 damage coming in. Down to 6. Retaliate for 1. This guy swings at us for 1. Retaliate and take care of the drop kick. Deal out some encounter cards. First one on Cap. Caught off guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. Well, we've got plenty of those. I don't see us needing recovery or downtime anymore. Next one is advance the villain schemes. So base 2, 3. So 8 out of 10. And then ULTRON drones. So the drones are getting +1 attack and +1 hit point. Move that over. Hulk is going to swing for 4, taking ULTRON down to 8. Then we will do an attack event, needing to spend a physical resource, using that to pay for it. Deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack, so another 4 more damage going in. Then we'll do a thunderclap, using 2 resources here, and our enhanced to do 3 damage to 3 different enemies. So 4 damage on the accuser. It goes down to 1. I guess now we just see how much damage we can put on Ronin. We'll attack for 2. So going up to 6. She-Hulk will attack for 2. Going up to 8. Quake will swing for 2, taking him up to 10. We'll make the next card we play one cheaper. So all of that, so we can do 6 damage to an enemy. So up to 16. Then Cap swings for 2, which is 18 damage. So we took out Ronin, which gets rid of the accused, which I guess we could have used the beat cop to do some of that damage. But then we'll discard for justice to ready Captain America and swing for 2 to take out ULTRON. So that was close, but our last turn we dealt out some damage. So hopefully I didn't miss anything important. So the Hulk and Captain America were able to take out ULTRON and even sneak in a big punch on Ronin. And for deck construction, for Captain America, going with the Power of Justice, got 2 of those. Heroic Intuition, 3 for Justice. Surveillance Team, 2 of those. Followed, 3 of those. Counterintelligence, Beat Cop, Interrogation Room, Under Surveillance, and then our allies, Agent Coulson, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and Quake. And the basic cards, got our 3 resources, along with the Helicarrier, the Quinn Carrier, Avengers Mansion, Mockingbird, Nick Fury, and then Endurance and Downtime. And for the Hulk, Power of Aggression, Combat Training, Relentless Assault ×3, because we're playing against ULTRON and the drones. Same reason for 3 get overhears. The Drop Kick, got 3 of those. Then Valkyrie, Brawn, and She-Hulk. Counterattack, Hall of Heroes, and Martial Prowess. And the basic cards, got our 3 resources. Enhanced Physique ×3. Helicarrier, 3 Haymakers, Downtime, and Mockingbird. That's everything for my Hulk and Cap decks. As always, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, so please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.